Hello, Keith Rucker here at VintageMachinery.org. Guys, I got a quick project we're going to be doing on Lathe today. I've got this little coupling bushing here that we need to make. I'm doing this for a friend of mine, and been sitting around a little bit too long. Need to get this thing knocked out no harder than it's going to be to make this. So let me zoom in and show you this real quick, and we'll get her knocked out on the lathe. So basically, this is just a little bushing that has a keyed hole on the inside. This is a 1-inch diameter hole with a keyway. Comes up, and this goes on a motor. I think it actually connects another shaft to a motor shaft. The outside diameter really isn't all that critical. What is important, of course, is the inside diameter. And this one here, I think, got loose, and it just basically caused the inside diameter. The key came out, and it spun on the inside, and it's worn that inside diameter out oversized and oblong and everything. So anyway, we're going to make this. I've just got some material here. That outside diameter is roughly 3 inches. Here's some mystery steel that's 3 inches. We're just going to clean the outside up to whatever it ends up and machine the rest of that out. So let's go over here and do it. Let's see if we can get this in here. Oh yeah, it's going to go up in my chuck a little bit. That'll help with that stick out. All right, so that should be plenty fine. All right, we're going to start by getting that end faced off. It's just got a saw cut on it right now, which is a little bit on the crooked side. That actually cleaned up except for right there. We're going to be turning that off anyway. So tell you what, I'm going to just skin the outside, clean that up. All right, got a ring that needs to be cut in there, and I'm just kind of getting me a mark in here to work off of. I will turn that down after I kind of get it roughed out, but that gives me something to turn down to. We're just going to have to face this in. Got a dial indicator over here on the carriage that I'm using to measure my depth of cut with. This should be the last pass though on this. All right, and I'm going to come in here and we will start turning that down. To get a nice clean cut all the way across to start with. All right, I can get a measurement on that. And we're about 1 inch 475. The original is 1.25 inches, so got a little bit of takedown on it. going to clean this back face up all the way down there into the bottom. I'm just going to touch the front here a little bit too. All right, we pretty much have that little nose detail done. So now we're going to drill our hole and get it to size. But before I do, I'm going to come in here and just kind of break these corners just so we don't have any sharp corners in there. Go. All right, we're ready to start drilling. I've got my center drill in here. We'll just get a nice center there to start our point on. That's all we need right there. Start with a 1/4 inch drill bit, and we're going to work our way up. End up with a hole that's basically 1 inch in diameter, and the hole 3 inches deep. So we'll just get this pilot hole started. I'm going to stop every little bit here and clear those chips out. This drill bit's going to basically be going to full depth, and we don't want to get it clogged up on the inside and break a drill bit. So as we get deeper, I will pull it out and clean those chips out more and more often. All right, that should be good for that hole. All right, our next drill, we're going up to 1/2 inch. That's going to be a little bit too fast on my speed. Let me slow it down just a little bit. Little tip when you're drilling like this and you get those long chips, if you just kind of stop feeding and back up for just a second every now and then, it'll break that chip and you won't have those long stringy chips. Like right there, I just backed up a little bit, breaks that chip, and that way you don't have those long chips that are dangerous. They're sharp, they'll cut you, and they just get in the way. They're hard to get down in the chip pan. Just a little tip there when drilling. You can do that on the drill press or on the lathe like this. Just break those chips. Put a mark on there. I said 3 inches a while ago. It's actually, the depth is only about 2 inches. So I'm going to drill out to 2.5 because I'm going to finish up with a reamer, and I want to make sure I have plenty of room for that reamer to go all the way to the bottom. So anyway, let's change out drill bits again. All right, we're up to a 3/4 inch drill bit now. Let's see if I'm gonna have to slow it down some more, whether this is gonna cut okay. I think it's gonna be fine. I just put a brand new edge on this, took it over to my drill grinder. So this drill bit should be in good shape. feeling a little stiff down there in the bottom, so I'm just cleaning it out. I'm real close to my line for my total depth. Those chips aren't evacuating out as good now. I'm gonna probably have to peck at it a little bit here to get it in there. All right, there's my mark for 2.5 inches. We're to our final drill size. This one is a 31/32, and we're just going to take it the depth, and then we will come in here with the reamer and finish this thing up. All right, that should be to depth. So I get my reamer and we'll ream this thing out, and it should be the final size. So I've got my big Jacobs 20-inch super chuck on here that will grip a nice big shank like this, and we got a 1-inch reamer. And we're just gonna bring it in there and let her go down to size. Use a reamer for a finishing cut. You don't want to take a lot with it, but it's for doing very precision holes, getting it to a final size. So instead of having to bore this out, I can just ream it to that final size since I have a good reamer. Pull that out and get those chips out of there. And I believe that's to the bottom. I've got a couple more things before I cut this off, but I want to go ahead and mark where I want to cut it off. And I've used my dial indicator to measure in the thickness of this, and I actually didn't clean it quite up enough on the face there, but we'll take care of that in a minute. But I'm just going to kind of scribe a line in here. I'm not going to try to part it off. I'm going to cut it off with a bandsaw, but I do want to get a good mark as to where we need to go to. All right, that's enough of that. Tool back in here. And I'm gonna just lightly touch that off, and we're gonna recut that since I need to go a little bit deeper or a little bit farther down. Let me speed this up just a little bit. All right, let's cut across there. All right, we got that done. Another thing I want to do real quick is I was looking at the original, and it's got a little recess in here. So I want to cut that in there. I'm not sure if that's really critical to this part or not, but it's easy enough to put in there. So I'm just going to kind of go back there, go into that bottom, and we'll just pull out here. I'm going to go just a little bit deeper. Now to cut it off, I'm just going to use my little portaband here, my DeWalt battery powered one that has really worked out good for me so far. And we'll just zip her off there. So now we turn this around, we'll face off the back side, and I think it'll be ready to broach. All right, we got it in here now. We're gonna get the backside face flat, and get this part cut to the correct length. All right, we've got about 100,000 still to come off of it. Check it again. So I got about 43,000 to go. I got a dial indicator on my carriage. I'll do about, what was that, about 27 right there is what I dialed in. Make another pass and then get that finish cut on the last one. See what we got now. $25,000. Be the last pass. Right on the money, that's good. Break that corner real quick, make sure we don't have anything sharp on there. That should do it. Just trying to get the biggest part of that out. Then I'll use my other deburring tool to finish it up with. All right, so now let's come in here. That should do it. So got just a little bit of a burr. Yeah, that feels good. All right. Well, I came over to my brooch collection to see about getting this done. I measured the key that's in this one. It's a 3/16 keyway, and I've got a 3/16 brooch here. It's the size B, which fits a little bushing like this right here. The problem is that my kit only goes up to a 7/8 inch hole on a size B, and then when you go up to a 1 inch hole, my brooch bushings goes to a size C brooch, which is basically just a wider cutting brooch. This is a brooch this size fits in this type of collar, a C size. So I got a couple of options here, and I'm running out of time at the moment. So I think I'm going to do is just put this on hold. Easiest thing to do will be just to find a 1 inch bushing for a size B brooch, but I don't think they make one. I just looked online. And the other option is I can get a 3/16 brooch that's a size C, and I'm gonna probably just order me one of those to have. I've actually got a pretty doggone good collection of brooches over here, but just don't have that particular one. I could make a brooch bushing. I've made them many times before, but again, I'm just running out of time on this, so I'm gonna probably just go order something real quick and get it in, and we'll get this job finished up. So I think for now, we're gonna call this one finished for today. I'll come back, we'll broach the keyway and drill and tap a hole for a set screw, and this will be ready to go back to the customer. So there you go, guys. We got to do a little bit of machining today, a little bit of turning on the lathe, made a nice new collar here, and unfortunately not going to be able to finish it up in today's video, but we'll get that done. I'll probably just do this off camera and send it off. You guys watch my videos, you see me broach many times, so no rocket science there. But anyway, that's going to be a wrap on this video. As always, thanks for watching. Leave me some comments, shoot me an email, whatever you like, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And with that, we're going to sign off till next time. Thanks for watching, guys.